So far, we have booked 2 shows for PWG as the owner and booker. We're going to do some more today, but first, I hear you. I've read the comments. There's some new wrestlers in town. Now, not only have we added to our male roster, but I'll leave some surprises for the show. We have added to the female roster because a few of you wanted to see more, and I have found some fantastic choices. Davina Rose, 22 years of age. You might recognize her because that is Bayley. Yes, on the indie scene, she was known as Davina Rose, might even be her real name. Rebecca Knox is another one. That's Becky Lynch. Oh yes, we have signed both Bayley and Becky Lynch. But they're not the only two that's come in. I've got more deals that I'm currently still processing. We might see them during this episode. We still haven't grown in size yet. We're 40 in the Southwest, 20 elsewhere. Although I do know that dips like really quickly. So I have done something quite incredible. If we take a look at the broadcasting scenario, but we're actually about to actually book the show. If we take a look at the broadcasting scenario, I've created my own network. Yes, I didn't know you could do that until I actually started playing this. A little bit more coverage. Can we see coverage? So now we have created our own network. We have agreed to do tiny in everywhere in America, Canada, and the UK. For now, it did cost us around about $260,000, but if we take a look at some of the finances, I think it makes a lot of logical sense. So $249,000 we lost in total. Last month we lost $51,000, by the way, because we got fined $100,000 because of the music that we use. It sucked. It really did suck because we actually turned quite a nice profit for each show. So I really hope now that we can actually start going on our network. We can grow the popularity and the size around elsewhere towards medium, which will obviously help us going forward. And that's obviously a great thing. So, okay, I'll book this show and we'll take a look at the results. Okay, are you ready to have your mind blown? We start off on a pre-show match with good wrestling, but little heat. Johnny Gargano defeated Scorpio Sky with the pinfall. Hurts, don't it? Do you get it? 60 rated is very good indeed. Johnny Gargano putting in a 59. I love that. I just need his popularity to go up and he can start being a main eventer, really. We then have Tony Schiavone and Excalibur. Yes, I've signed Tony Schiavone. And obviously he goes well with Excalibur. We know it's AEW. So, now that we are obviously on a network, we need some commentary, and that's the reason why I have hired these two here. So, they're going to be talking about some of the wrestlers we're going to see tonight, including Rebecca Knox, including Davina, Kenny Omega, Keith Lee, that is, by the way, Chris Hero. These are the people that they're talking about. They're obviously off screen. Okay, only gets 25 rated, but that's fine. Next, we then have that match, Davina Rose versus Becky Lynch or Rebecca Knox. Non-existent crowd heat, but it's the very start of the thing. The quality lifted the match. The match got the crowd hotter. Perfect. Thank you very much, ladies. A 42 rated match. Really good. Davina Rose got a 45. Rebecca Knox only got a 27. Both gimmicks are good. Both gimmicks are very good, in fact. That's a good start. Good start to the show. There was a noticeable pop from the crowd when Davina Rose came out. Thank you very much. Terry Taylor, by the way. Terry Taylor we've hired as a road agent. 2.0, do you recognise these guys? They're on AEW TV right now. I've signed some more tag team wrestlers to boost our tag team roster because there wasn't a lot. So 2.0 are coming as faces here. They're against the Fighting Taylor Boys, the first out of the 3 groups that they have. Gives us a 48 rated. The Fighting Taylor Boys defeated when Brian Cage pinned Shane Matthews with a total eclipse. Some good performances there as well. Adequate rating, poor rating, but that's fine. They can hopefully work on that. Chuck Taylor was off his game as well, but the crowd got hotter yet again. That's good. Because then we have an angle with Kevin Steen, 47 rated. This is what we need, the crowd to be hot for Kevin Steen, because he is basically... he is in the ring, and he said he cannot be defeated by anyone, so he is making an open challenge for any wrestler on the roster to face him in a singles match tonight. And guess who replies to this? Okay. Do you want to continue? Yes, we do. Bang, it's Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal debuts on PWG. You might have been already out, but we signed him anyway to the roster for the very first time. Jay Lethal comes out and says that he will take the open challenge that Kevin Steen issued. Lovely stuff. He debuted his show stealer gimmick. He got a rating of great. That's fantastic. It's only a 44 rated, but that's fine. No, we can continue. Bang. It's a 64 rated match. The match was a little too short. Even though it went on for 17 minutes, it was a little too short. With the lethal combination, Jay Lethal pinned Kevin Steen. 68 rated from Jay Lethal, 60 rated from Kevin Steen. Very good stuff. This match got the crowd buzzing. We need to bring them back down now. We need to bring them back down because we don't want to wear them out before later on. So let's take a look. We then obviously have a little bit of a promo of Jay Lethal just saying thank you very much because he's a babyface and that's good. 65 rated stuff. Okay, this brings the crowd down a little. As planned, the match brought the fans back down a little. Good. And I don't think it was punished by that either. It's Jonathan Gresham versus Adam Cole. Jonathan Gresham put in a 55, Adam Cole 47. Great, decent wrestling, but little heat. Adam Cole defeated Jonathan Gresham 11:52 by pinfall, Panama Sunrise. Good stuff. Good stuff. We then have Matt Cross versus Adam Page. We're going to start going up, back up now. So we've got a 59 rated match here. 64 from Matt Cross, 43 from Adam Page. He kind of carried him there, but Adam Page still defeated him. The heels are going over today, but my plan is to get them more popular, and this is how we're going to do it. They had great chemistry as well, and it showed in their performance. That's really good. Happy with that. Pac and Strong, who are actually a tag team, which I didn't know about, are going up against Yuha Nation. That's Apollo Crews. And Ricochet in a 66 rated high spots match. In terms of in-ring work, Pac was head and shoulders above everyone else. Roderick Strong was a weak link, but he's not a high spot match guy. Yuhan Nation, only a 47 as well. 32 for Roderick Strong, but a 79 for Pac. Wow, Pac and Ricochet. One of their little first clashes that they've had here at PWG. 66 rated match. Happy with that. We then have a promo. So Claudio does not do well off without a script. So he's basically bigging up his mate Chris Hero, saying he can chin anyone. Didn't go down that well, but that's fine. And then we actually have a match. And about that had superb wrestling, a decent reaction from the crowd. The Kings of Wrestling defeated the American Wolves, which is Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards, after 15 minutes, where Chris Hero pinned Davey Richards with a death blow. Okay, so performance-wise, we've got Chris Hero on a 70, so that's Pac and Chris Hero, both above a 70 right now. Eddie Edwards a 65, and Claudio a 68. Davey Richards was the only one who was lower than that. He was off his game. The match was a little too short. It's 15 minutes again. Bloody hell. These want this show to be a long show. But that's fine. Okay. Keith Lee versus Kyle O'Reilly then. So we bring it down a little bit again, I guess. Non-existent crowd heat. 46 and 48. 52 rated still. That's good. Keith Lee, babyface, beats Kyle O'Reilly 12:02 by pinfall. Doesn't even say what he does either. Then we have Kenny Omega, who struggles to go off script. Weird how that keeps happening today. And I can go with the Elite. Kenny Omega, Jeremy Buck, and Max Buck. I'm thinking about changing their names back to just Matt and Nick. Sorry, Matt and Jeff. Different tag team there. Okay. They then have a match. 72 rated. Let's go. This is fantastic. And about that, superb wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. The Elite, Max Buck, Jeremy Buck, and Kenny Omega defeated TJ Perkins and Peligro Abiaz in 1824 by 2-1. This was a luchador 3-on-3 match, by the way. So if you don't understand that, it's basically a 2 out of 3 falls, but if you get thrown over the top rope, no tag is needed. Another person can come in. So that's good. With the final 4 happening when Kenny Omega pinned TJ Perkins with an AO Shudu. Don't know what that is, but still. Paul London with a 72 rated. Holy. El Generico was 70 as well. Kenny Omega got a 69. This is a very good match, and it's still a little too short. Still a little too short. 72 rated, and it's still too short. This has got to be close to a 60, or if... Actually, it's got to be higher than a 60, surely. 61. I thought it'd be higher than that. It does increase our popularity to 24 regions, though, which is good. We know that's the case now with our new network, so that's fantastic. So, okay. So we need to thank Pac for a great performance. We need to thank Paul London for a great performance. And it was Chris Hero, wasn't it, who had a decent performance as well. So we'll praise them for good performances. When we start getting like bad like locker room atmosphere and stuff, then you can actually increase people's morale through this as well. But for now, we just need to praise people for doing good, because these are amazing shows. Okay, I'll bring you to the next one. Before we do that, we've got the numbers back, the figures report for this show that we've just done. 19,000 viewers. That is a lot bigger audience than what we were doing before, which was only roughly about 1,200. So 19,000 viewers plus the 1,200 that we had in the actual attendance itself. It's a very good idea going to this network, I think. I think it could be crucial for us going forward. Now, I've just realized that this is the Battle of Los Angeles, which means we have to do a tournament, and it is taking me ages. But thankfully, in the game, it has a way that it will track the tournament, I hope. And we can see how this goes. So we've got a pre-show match between 2.0 and the Fighting Taylor Boys 2. Gets a 48 rated. Good. It will start off the crowd well, so that's fantastic. Let's start things off then. Jeff Jarrett is announcing today is the Bowler Tournament 2011. This is exciting stuff. The angle got the crowd hotter, and the show's off to a good start. 57 rated. Well done, me. Right, we have our first match then. This match was part of the Bowler 2011 tournament. In about that had superb wrestling and good heat. Chris Hero defeated Paul London in 9 minutes 35. Too short. The guys are going to be wrestling like 6 or 7 times. I can't, well, not 6, 4 times at max, because it's a 16-man tournament, by the way. So it took ages to do. And this first match really kicked things off. Chris Hero versus Paul London got us a 63. So that's fantastic. That's a good start. Yuhan Nation versus Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen wins this match, 58 rated. So that's good. That's really good. 52 rated for an angle after. Just talking about it, it goes off script. Lovely stuff. Matt Cross versus Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal picks up the win with the lethal combination over Matt Cross after 12 minutes. That's still a long time, and it's saying it's too short. But there we go. 51 rated Jeremy Buck versus Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano picks up a surprise pinfall with Hurts Donut against Jeremy Buck. That's good. I like it. 51 rated. 67 rated was Claudio Castagnoli and Jonathan Gresham, who, by the way, has really surprised me with how well he's doing. A 71 rated. Possibly should have gone on and won this bloody thing. Again, this is all in the tournament. These matches from now on will be in the tournament until I mention that it won't be, okay? The Ricola Bomb. This is all first round stuff. 8 first round matches, remember. Cole Cabana, he beats Roderick Strong in a really short match, 7-11. Still gets to 56 rate, but it's a really short one with a surprise roll-up victory. So Cole Cabana goes on for the next round of the tournament, gets a 70 rated there. He does a nice little talk after because he's very good on the microphone, 68 rated. Nice. El Generico then pins Adam Cole, baby. 69 rated, above Adam Cole's 53, a 69 rated overall as well. Another tournament match. I think we have one more, maybe 2 more. Davey Richards versus Brian Cage, and Davey Richards defeats Brian Cage by pinfall. The DR Driver 2 gets a 55 rated there and a 53 rated segment. Cool. Chris Hero versus Johnny Gargano. Now, why isn't this come up as a tournament? I don't know. Maybe I had to do it in some sort of order. Okay, I don't think I can sort it out at this point, but I think I can sort it out at the next point. So we'll just talk about it anyway. Jay Lethal defeats Davey Richards by pinfall, lethal injection. The next match, well, actually, no, a little bit of an angle there. 66 rated angle, very good as well. Claudio Castagnoli versus El Generico is a 68 rated, and El Generico defeats Claudio Castagnoli 10-11 by a 450 splash. Right now, I think I can change the tournament to show up who's still in this. Do you know what? It's so screwed up. I'll just carry on. It's so hard to work out. It's just, why don't you just track it instead of, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at this then. So Kevin Steen's then defeated Chris Hero by pinfall with a package pile driver, 64 rated again. We're getting some great segments here. 61 rated Jay Lethal versus El Generico. A match too short. That's a shame because that's 70 and 70 and only gets a 61 rated. It's harsh, really. We then have Eddie Edwards, TJ Perkins versus Kenny Omega and the Bucks, or Max Buck. 45 rated segment there. 17 minutes when Kenny Omega pinned Eddie Edwards with his finisher there. And I'm hoping that means we can book a title match next with Kenny Omega and Eddie Edwards. That's a low rated segment though. That's really bad. Then we have Davina Rose versus Sarah Del Rey. Gets a 49 rated. That's good. But then, right, okay, this is going to be our actual final. So it's El Generico versus Kevin Steen. And El Generico defeated Kevin Steen after 19 minutes and 40 with a 450 splash. It only gets a 53 rated. He was really off his game, visibly tiring as well, so maybe it was a little bit too long. They did show a great performance. This match was part of the Bowler tournament. How frustrating. Okay, but that is our show. How did it fare in overall? 52! We had so many in the 60s and it only got a 52. That's disappointing. Increased in 24 regions. Okay. I'm going to go with El Generico, even though he's tiring at the end. I'm still putting that as a good example. Let's go with that. Who else? Jay Lethal did really well. Praised. And Davina as well. Davina Rose. Complimented. There we go. That'll do. Gotta be happy with that. One more show. I'm about to book the third show of this episode, but I did want to take a look at the finances. Now, obviously, last month was the first month we had without the big payment of creating the network to begin with, and we made $36,000. So we're still making money despite having this massive thing that we have purchased. Yes, it took a lot of our capital money, but we're still going to be making money from it, and I think that's the most important thing, as well as gaining a lot of popularity. I say a lot. We're gaining popularity. We've got an extra one there in Mid-South and Tri-State. We've got obviously one more in the Southwest where we are situated right now. And if we track the progress across everywhere, we will start gaining elsewhere too. Mid-South is another one there that we have. British Isles, I don't think we have anything yet. Neither do we have in Canada. But eventually they will start going up as well. And that will be crucial for us when we get to the next stage, which is media. Remember, we need 59 popularity in your home region of Southwest, plus 35 in either Mid-South or Northwest. We've got one more there in Mid-South. We just need to keep it going for the next couple of years, I guess, unless we start running more than just one show a month. Finally, then, we have our third event, the Curse of Gorilla Island. And as you can see, we have a lot of wrestlers, or actually just talent, who are not here today. So some of them are wrestlers, some of them are referees. We've even got Excalibur not here, so we've only got Tony Schiavone on commentary right now. But that's fine. Okay, we're just going to have to put up with that. World Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. For Championship Wrestling for Hollywood. I don't actually know who that is. So if that's a reoccurring thing, we might have to change what night we wrestle on. But Kenny Omega is also working for New Japan, so yeah, we're missing some of our big guys. However, we have still got enough to book a show, so let's take a look at it then. Keith Lee versus Peter Avalon in the pre-show. Keith Lee puts in a 50 rated there. Peter Avalon, I haven't really used him much. He's got a 41. Non-existent crowd heat. It's the first. It's the opener. What do we expect? It's the opener. I've actually used Joey Ryan because I didn't have anybody else. I didn't have any heels. But Yuhan Nation, in the pre-show, it's a decent wrestler that didn't have much heat. I used a dominating thing, so he just completely dominates Joey Ryan, who is a horrible person. Next up, we have a 56 rated segment. We have Adam Page, Jonathan Gresham, and Jagged all off of their... Alright, okay. Jonathan Gresham, even though he's off, still put in a 60, which is mental. He actually got the win as well. He pinned Kyle O'Reilly with a 630 splash. Nice. He was head and shoulders above the rest. He is really building into something decent, is Jonathan Gresham, and I'm very much enjoying it. But that team there, Adam Page and Future Shock, interesting stuff, right? We then have a segment between the ladies, 32 rated there. We have a new wrestler, Naoki Hamada. She is adequate, but she has actually wrestled in the US before. She does have a decent popularity. and she's going to debut right now. She's tagging up with Davina Rose, and they pick up the win. She pinned Sarah Del Rey with an AP Cross Diamond. 56 rated, that's so good. Sarah Del Rey got a 60, Rebecca Knox only a 30, and Hamada got a 58. Wow, nice stuff. Okay, 52 rated segment after that, an angle with Chris Hero, Claudio Generico, and Paul London, which means obviously they're going to have a match against each other, and it's a 68 rated match. I love it. 77 rated for Chris Hero, 74 for El Generico, and 70 for Paul London. Good stuff. Johnny Gargano then wrestled Roderick Strong. That's a little bit off for Johnny Gargano, only a 45. Roderick Strong put in a 57, which is good. Then we have... oh, I love this match. This is a class match. If only Eddie Edwards wasn't off his game, this would have been amazing. We have a triple threat for the tag team titles. The Young Bucks, I'm going to just start calling them that. I'm going to have to change their name. Versus the American Wolves versus the Fighting Boys. I like it a lot. I still need to turn Davey Richards babyface, don't I? I always forget to turn him babyface, but there we go. 65 rated. Who got the most there? So Davey Richards got a 66. Yarmy Buck got a 65. Max Buck got a 74. That's very good. Okay. Then a nice little segment of them celebrating their tag team titles in the ring. 64 rated. Look who it is. It's the Briscoes from Ring of Honor. They have turned up 60 and a 59. I like it. Great gimmicks as well of the redneck gimmick. Matt Cross got a 60 as well, as did Ricochet, got a 56. Everybody pulling their weight in this match, which is really, really good. Gotta be happy with that. Jay Lethal then does an angle, gets a 66 rated. We just know he's money on the mic. Nice and easy. A 72 rated match. There we go. The Lethal Combination pinfall as the final match, 20 minutes long. The match got the crowd buzzing. Jay Lethal is getting better at his gimmick. 70, and Kevin Steen with a 67. That's a really good show. 61 rated. 24 regions we have gained popularity in, so that's not bad at all. Gotta be happy with that. Right, okay, so let's go with Jay Lethal. Actually, no, let's go with Mark Briscoe put in the better performance, didn't he? So let's go with Mark Briscoe. Sarah Del Rey was good as well, and El Generico was decent today. So actually, we only just praised El Generico last time. Jonathan Gresham, there we go. So Jonathan Gresham, give him some encouragement because he was off, but he's still amazing. So let's go with that. Cool. Scene, please. Everybody's happy. Lovely stuff. Right. That puts this show up to 21,000 viewers online, which is amazing, by the way. So that's great. I don't know whether it would have affected any of the size yet that we have popularity going forward, but I can check it anyway. We'll have a look before we go. Size, yes, we're up to 42 now in the Southwest. We've gained one more there from this month, which is fantastic. We've gone up a couple elsewhere too, which is good stuff. Right, okay, so Mid-South, we're up to 22 as well. What about in like the Canada region? Still nothing there. We didn't do Europe, did we? We did UK, because it was two different things for some reason. The British Isles, there we go. They're all still 12 there too. So for now, we are still gaining ever so slightly in the US, but over a period of time, that will obviously get better and better going forward. I might start integrating storylines and see if that helps. But if you have any other tips and tricks and stuff like that, by all means, let me know down in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I can bring you another episode of this weekend, because I'm really enjoying making it, and I'm sure you guys are enjoying watching it. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.